Hi guys, my name is Yash. I'm a ECBA certified business analyst, and today we'll be continuing with our 183rd question of our BA interview series. So let's begin. What if the users are unhappy with the final product? So interviewer is asking, what if the users are unhappy with the final product? What would you do? This is an extremely important real world question. What the interviewer is trying to check is requirement validation, stakeholder management, conflict handling, and delivery maturity. So what if the interviewer asking, if the interviewers ask this question, what if users are unhappy with the final product? As a BA, I would answer. To avoid dissatisfaction, I believe requirement validation and stakeholder sign off are very important throughout the project lifecycle. If users are still unhappy after delivery, I would first understand whether the issue is a requirement gap, expectation mismatch, usability concern, or change request. Then, I would analyze the impact and discuss possible solutions with stakeholders. Minor changes can be handled within the current sprint or release, while larger enhancement may require future sprint planning. In CraftCard, UAT scenarios and stakeholder validations were designed specifically to reduce such expectation gaps before final delivery. So as you can see, it's an extremely important real world question. So if the users are really unhappy with the final product, to avoid the dissatisfaction, I believe requirement validation and stakeholder sign off are very important throughout the project life cycle. So as a BA, it's super high priority to address why the users are unhappy. So I would first understand where the issue is. It can be a requirement gap, it can be expectation mismatch, usability concern, or change request. Once I know the issue, I would analyze the impact of the issue and discuss possible solutions with stakeholders. If the solution is minor, it can be handled within the current sprint or release. While if there is a larger enhancement, it may require future sprint planning. In CraftCard, especially, UAT scenarios, and stakeholder validations were designed specifically to reduce such expectations gap before final delivery. So I think it's a scenario based question, and the interviewer is checking requirements validation, stakeholder management, conflict handling, and delivery maturity from the BA. And I think this answer itself shows that or explains that. So I hope you learned something from it. Thanks so much for watching.